Welcome to our Panther Spotlight as we focus on Ohio Dominican women's volleyball. This is Todd Bell. Thanks for being with us here for our Panther Spotlight, and we are happy to be joined by a freshman on the volleyball team that is off to a terrific start right now, Logan Rubel. The team is off to a 7-3 start, 2-0 in conference play. They're coming off a great weekend where they beat Hillsdale and Northwood in conference play, and then earlier this week they knocked off a 10-3 Fairmont State in 3 sets, 3-0. Congratulations on a fast start for this volleyball team. I know that there's an interesting group of youth as a freshman and the seniors and experience that this team has. Why has this team kind of gelled so well together here at the beginning of the season, Logan?
Honestly, I feel like we are like a really senior dominant team, and I feel like having those, like that many seniors, like being together for so long and everything, like they've really helped and like build the culture to like how they want to be. So as me like coming in, like it was super easy to understand and be like, oh, like we all love each other, like on and off the court, like we're there for each other, like supporting each other no matter what. And like stepping into it, like even stepping onto the court, like all of the seniors were so helpful towards me, even just like with playing and like kind of like enhancing my game to like the next level.
Yeah. So as a freshman, how hard is it to step in, new area, new culture? We'll get into where you're from and all that here in a little bit. But just kind of learning everybody. I'm sure it helped being here early before classes start and all that, but still probably a little bit of a pressure as a freshman coming in.
Oh, for sure. It definitely did help. It helped me get into like the flow coming earlier to kind of get like volleyball, like get the nerves out of volleyball and stuff. But it definitely was kind of like nerve-wracking and like stressful because obviously coming in as a freshman, you never really know like truly what role you are going to play. And with me being able and given the opportunity to play, which is just like amazing, like the seniors have just helped me so much and everything. And like if I do make like a stupid mistake on the court, they're literally like the first people over there and be like, it's all right, like next one, you got it, like no worries. And it's really nice having a really good support system because like if I'm having a bad day, like they're still there to pick me up and like they make my day better, even if it's at a game or in practice.
How have you found college volleyball compared to high school and the club volleyball that you played? What's the major difference for you?
Honestly, especially on my team for sure, like the mentality. Like we have a great, like strong, steady-headed mentality. It's kind of like mistake, okay, next play. Like we're not too worried about like the pass ball that we did. We're more worried about like the future ball, and like our energy is just really consistent right now.
So last weekend, the big wins against Hillsdale and Northwood, the first road trip in conference play. Hillsdale's always been a great team in this conference. Yes. The way that things have gone for this volleyball program in the last couple of years, get into the tournament, make something happen, have gotten to the championship, have fallen in the tournament championship, but Hillsdale's always been one of those teams. Was there any emphasis put on the early portion of this schedule to get off to a little bit better start, knowing the capabilities that this program has?
Oh, for sure. Like for the seniors, you could tell there was like definitely an extra like kind of oomph in them, like having it probably be their last time that they could ever play Hillsdale. Like they're like, we want to go out, like we want to win, because they obviously hadn't beat Hillsdale yet in their like history here. So they're like, no, we really want to do this. And it was just like in the locker room before the game, you could really tell that like everybody really wanted it, and it was just a really nice like environment to be in.
So how have you kind of gotten yourself associated here on campus? Well, again, we'll talk about where you're from here in a moment, but freshmen, classes, dorm, all of it, I'm sure it hit you all at once.
Yeah, the first night was definitely rough, but I mean, I'm sure it is for everybody. But no, it was super good. Like, honestly, my roommate and like her parents, she's from 20 minutes away, like her parents are literally like, if you need anything, like let us know. Like I went out to dinner with them the other night. Like they've been super helpful. Honestly, I kind of am more like an independent person already, so moving farther away wasn't too bad. And like the whole, like not seeing my parents, like they surprised me actually in Michigan, which was like a great surprise for me. But also like I talk to them still every single day on the phone. I text them all the time about literally everything and anything. So like that part was pretty easy. Classes were definitely an adjustment because there's not as many as there are in high school, but they're definitely harder than they are in high school. But now I'm starting to get into the flow and like the rhythm of everything.
All right, so from Cottleville, Missouri, it's just outside of St. Louis, about 25 minutes to the northwest side of things, so nowhere close to Columbus, Ohio. How did you find Ohio Dominican from Missouri?
Yeah, so my brother, he plays baseball for the GLVC, and in baseball they kind of do the same thing we do in volleyball. They do a big crossover tournament to kind of see where everybody is compared in the Midwest and stuff, and that's whenever I found out that there were other conferences in the Midwest, which I was like, okay, that's wonderful, because it's like far enough away from home, but it's still like my parents don't have to take a flight if they don't want to come and see me, which was amazing. And then I was just kind of looking, and I saw Ohio Dominican, and it was a bit smaller than like regular college, I feel, and I was just like, ooh, that kind of interests me.
So what was it that, as you kind of got deep into the process, was Coach Amy part of it? Was it the players? What was it that really enticed you and really landed you on the final decision to come here?
Honestly, everything. Like, whenever I was here, I loved the dorms whenever I was here. I loved, like, the culture of the volleyball team. Like, I came on my visit, and I was able to practice with them, as was my one practice. And it was just really good to see, because I felt like Coach Amy didn't really have, like, a player-coach relation. Like, it was more of, like, a relationship you would have with, like, your mom or something. Like, she cares about you on another level, not just as, like, a player. She cares about you as a person.
So what was it like growing up in Cottleville, Missouri? Small town, kind of a suburb of St. Louis. What was that like?
It was really nice. It's kind of like how school is here. You kind of know everybody. You hear of everything. It was honestly really chill. Nothing too exciting was going on there, so it was really nice.
Sports take up a lot of your time?
Oh, a lot of my time. I used to do competitive soccer as well.
Okay.
So I was a very busy child.
What landed you on volleyball over soccer?
Too
much running.
There's a lot of running. There is a lot of running. No, it came down my sophomore year. I ended up getting a really bad shin splints and stress fractures all over my shins. And my doctor told me that I had to choose, and I felt like I had a better chance of going to college for volleyball.
Yeah.
So,
what have you found out about this community here at ODU, the culture, not only within your own team? You've got all these uniforms behind us. A lot of the players that play here, or student athletes that are here playing in the fall, you don't have as much time to maybe see their games, but I think you see a lot of them around campus.
oh, we see so many, and it is really nice having like a majority student athlete like kind of community, because they all understand that like, oh, like you're on a strict schedule, you have to get all this done. Like, they understand that you're tired. But it was really nice. I feel like all of the sports team really like gelled together really well here and are really close.
How about traveling? I know with probably club volleyball you traveled a lot,
Yes.
and then you got to have a great experience here at the beginning of the volleyball season. The baseball and the softball teams in the spring, they'll always head south to play because you got to get out of the snow and play the stick and ball sport. Volleyball went down to Florida this year for a little early season
Yes.
spring trip. Tell me about that.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Honestly, I think it was a great way to start our season off. One, we got to see kind of different play than like what they had seen in the past, and kind of change up playing styles that we saw. But also, we were together 24/7 there, obviously, and it just really, I feel like that honestly helped build like our such great team foundation off of the court. Because literally we flew in, we went straight to the beach, like we were all swimming, like sharing stories together, hanging out all the time. And I really felt that trip helped build like our culture offside of the court.
I think people probably think, why on earth would a volleyball team make a trip south to Florida? But there's so much that goes on off the court,
So much.
out of the classroom, away from practice time, where the teams really have to get together, whether it's a trip like that, whether it is a project that the team may have, and it helps immensely, doesn't it?
Oh, it helps so much. I honestly think it was like a game changer for us.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Bunch of big games coming up now in conference play. You're pretty much deep into it at this
Yes.
point. So how is the momentum of the last 3 wins and kind of coming off your non-conference portion of the season? Where do you see this team going now in the next couple of weekends?
Honestly, I think it's for us like uphill from here. Like, everybody is working super hard in practice, but we're also doing the stuff outside the court, like taking care of our bodies, making sure we have our teams like nice, our scouting reports done, like and we come into each game nice and prepared.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're certainly looking forward to it. Congratulations on the good start and you contributing as a freshman, and thanks for spending some time with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Logan Rubel, a freshman from Cottleville, Missouri. The volleyball team off to a great start. Make sure you go to OhioDominicanPanthers.com. Go to the volleyball page. You can check out their schedule. You can watch all of their games at home and within the conference on Flow College, so make sure you subscribe to that. And follow us on all of our social media platforms at OU Athletics. This is Todd Bell. Thanks for being with us for this week's Panther Spotlight.